Even Adam, it might seem like we're arch enemies, but I got no beef with him whatsoever, and I don't think he's got any beef with me. He might do after he watches this, but hopefully he's not as sensitive now. Hopefully he's learned that when someone just speaks their mind and says how it is, I'm not saying anything against him. It's just we're from different worlds, cut from different cloths.
Can I ask what happened the first time you saw each other off camera?
First time we saw each other off camera was at the airport. I was in a hotel. I was in the airport lounge. He then walks by, and I hadn't seen him. I was like, "Hey, what's going on?" So he comes and said, "Hey," he said, "I'll be back in a minute." And he goes down to the lounge. Thought he was going to get some food, and we're there chatting, me and Sham, and I think maybe Sunita might have been there. I think it might be Sunita as well. And he didn't. He just sat down there on his own. I'm thinking, okay, what's that about? About an hour and a half later, he then comes back round when it's time to go to the plane. So I thought, okay. What I'll do, I'll make sure I sit next to him on this 10-hour flight. So I then arranged to sit next to him. I can see how pissed off, I can see how upset he was to be sitting next to him. So I then wound him up for a little while, give him some more banter on the plane. Gave him some more banter on the plane. But we actually talked out, and I explained to him about what I'm saying to you now. This is just who I am and where I've been from and what my sister.
Did you apologise?
Yeah, I did. I said, if I've genuinely hurt your feelings, but I didn't even, I remember I hadn't known that he was crying every time in the, I just thought he's just bad at taking banter. You get some people who just can't take a joke.
Yeah.
You gave him exposure therapy on the plane then?
I gave him some extra. The last thing he wanted on the overnight flight was me sitting next to him, leaning over the lounge, just chatting to him, thinking I could see him. But we had a laugh. We had a laugh. At the end of it, I think at the end of the flight, he was like, okay, I'm glad. He was glad that I actually rearranged the seats to sit next to him.
I'm sure he was.
At the start, he was thinking, no way have I got David sitting next to me giving me for the whole flight.
To be fair, I wouldn't want to sit next to you because we'd be fighting over the armrest.
But presumably you're not in,
It was in business class, so he had a bed next to him, so I'm leaning over there chatting, and he's sitting there lying there thinking, I'm trying to sleep. I'm like, no.